Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Kenyan Prime TV. And remember, guys, this is the channel where we bring you stories to motivate you, stories to inspire you, stories to inform you, stories to encourage you. Yani, this is the one-stop shop of all the YouTube channels that you know. And guys, today we are coming at you with yet another amazing topic. September is the month where we celebrate and we try to inform people about suicide and why people commit suicide in our society. So, guys, today we just had to have this discussion, and I'm going to be having this discussion with an amazing human being who is not only a warrior, she knows so much about this whole topic, and I know her 2 cents is going to inform you and educate you. And guys, welcome. I know we have been lost for a while, but we apologize, and now we are back like we never left. Remember to subscribe, to like, and to comment on this video. And without even more stories, let's welcome our guest today so that we can have a candid discussion about suicide and why the case of not only suicide when it comes to individuals, why even people are killing each other in our society has become so high. Welcome to everyone that has joined us. Remember to leave a comment. Remember to mark the register. Ukiingia tu hivi, ensure that you inform me so that I can give you a shout out, and please changieni this amazing topic. So let's welcome our guest for today. Yeah, yeah, our guest for today. Are you ready, guys? Rose William Kenya. Hi.
Hello, hi Charity.
Sasa.
Poa sana. Thank you so much
How are
kwa
you?
kunialika kwako leo.
You're very much welcome. This is home. This is not even at you're a guest. You're home.
Oh yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Um, I would like to start by asking you, how are you? Being
I
a time
am
where a time where we have to be very cautious when you're asking our friends, we have to be very intentional to make sure that they're doing okay. Let me ask you this question: how are you? No, system okay for the sake, just
yes,
genuinely, how are you?
I am okay. I thank God. I am very okay. I cannot complain. God has been
Mhm.
faithful so far. Yes.
Wow, that's wonderful. On a on a scale of 1 to 10,
Yes.
1 being the lowest and 10 being the
Yes.
highest, how are you
Yes.
mentally?
Ah, maybe let me say 9.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yes, because of course you I doubt someone can be like 100% like 10 out of 10, because of course you have some things that are like, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
these few terms that they have been coming back to back. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if I'm the only one struggling with paying the school fees, you know.
You're not alone. You're not
You
alone.
know,
Uh-huh.
you just decide to take your kids to a relatively good school, and so you find, wow, the school fees is quite high, and then you have two kids at a go, not one.
Mm,
So you find,
yes.
and then the terms are coming back to back, wanafunga term moja, sorry, wanafunga 1 week, they come back, and you start
Mm-hmm.
paying you start paying the school fees all over again, and you're like, "Ah, I just paid the other day now," you see.
Mm, yeah.
So you can't be like 10 out of 10, but I thank God I am at 9.
Wow, a 9 is quite commendable. It's quite good.
Thank you.
Yeah, today being not only today, but this month being a month where we're going to be making ourselves more informed about the whole topic of committing suicide and preventing these suicidal cases. What's your take on the importance of letting people understand that suicidal cases are not things that happen to other people, that they can also happen to us?
Yes, suicide, it's something that can happen to anybody. By the way, the good thing about about being really aware about this is at least to know that you are not a super person. Anybody
Mm-hmm.
can have such kind of thoughts. But the good thing is that you need, for me, I think you're supposed to really be very careful and know which people you're supposed to be close to, be it family or friends or maybe the church or the people in the whatever religion you attend, because
Mm-hmm.
being alone, it's something that can really make you not be okay upstairs. And of course, when you're not okay and you don't have nobody to speak to, then such kind
Mm-hmm.
of thoughts might creep to you. And I don't think it's it's anything easy for anyone who is maybe going through any kind of stress. I think it is very very required for you as a human, as a person, as a self, you by yourself, to make a very informed decision. If you need to talk to somebody, talk. Don't keep, like most people will keep the things to themselves, and then all of a sudden they are gone and nobody can explain exactly what had been happening. You hear people say, oh, she was good, she was jolly, we would meet outside, blah blah blah, she was laughing. What happened? And maybe she or he never left a letter or something. And even if you did leave a letter, now what good will it do for those people that you've left behind?
Yeah, it will not do any good. And actually, the questions will still remain. Personally, for me, this being a discussion, maybe I would like to say that I believe as people, when they commit suicide because they were sick. It's not because out of, when we hear somebody committed suicide, we are so quick to judge and we are like, that person maybe was hard headed, that person did something wrong. Actually, when
Mm-hmm.
people commit suicide, they are not even buried by pastors and reverends. Even the churches do not
Mm-hmm.
want them. So
Yes,
what I would like
yes.
to for people to know is that having suicidal thoughts comes as a result of maybe somebody being depressed, somebody feeling
Mm-hmm.
inadequate in society, and it's a disease like any other. It's not
Oh
something that
yes.
we should shy away from and start throwing stones towards those people. So for me, September being this month where we educate ourselves and we try to even inform people out there, trying to sensitize the society about all these suicidal cases. That thing I would really like them to know that it's a disease. That person was in dire need, and probably it will not have happened if they got the necessary medical or maybe counseling, or maybe the church
Yes.
looked into it, or even maybe the family, such things.
Mm-hmm.
Roswilliam, I would like to ask you another question. I don't know
Yes.
if you have seen over the news just yesterday, there was a case of a man that killed himself and the two sons because the wife left him, and he had beaten the wife because of 150 shillings. And he called the wife, telling her to come back, or
Mm-hmm.
ameamua aje, is she going to come back or not? And she didn't come. She said she can't come back. You can't be beating me because of 150 shillings. The next thing, the man
Yes.
has killed himself and killed the children. What's your take on such cases, especially
Wow.
around the
Wow.
family?
First of all, let me give my condolences to the family. Unfortunately, I didn't see that. I didn't find it on social media. And unfortunately, in my house, we don't even watch news. Goodness
Mm-hmm,
gracious, we don't. Hey, anywho, very, very sorry to the family and friends. But
mm-hmm.
I think you said 150 shillings. I,
Imagine.
I don't think I don't think there is any amount worth someone's life. And
Mm-hmm,
no matter how much you can just be talking, and let me say, if they had been talking about it from the onset, if the woman is saying she can't get back because she's always beaten, you can be sure she's afraid. So from the onset, if you are able to talk and be able to resolve your issues without physical abuse, now, how, first of all, I don't understand how a, a human being will just another mature person, like a man decide to beat away. From where are you getting the courage to do that? Where are you getting the strength to beat up another person, someone that
Another
you once
angle.
loved, someone that you
Yeah.
claim to love? How?
Mhm.
Love does not hurt. Love does not hurt. So if someone is hurting you, I think the woman did a very good choice to leave.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, the husband is no more and the kids are no more, which I believe that is something that is very, very dire, seriously, that can make the woman develop or rather go into depression. And
Mhm.
such are the things that someone will be really stressed, and you find such a person committing suicide, God forbid. So for me, I would say learn to talk things out. Maybe 150 shillings might be a lot to them, of which,
Mhm.
and it might be maybe in the same category, like maybe if maybe somebody else is arguing about millions, because
Yeah.
you never know how much they earn and whatever. But whether it's a million or 100 shillings, I doubt it's anything worth to take someone's life, because chances are if the woman came, they would have
Mhm.
been dead, all of them.
True. That's very true.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. So
what
I'd
what
rather
can be
people
done?
yeah.
According to you, Rose William, what can be done when somebody feels those suicidal maybe thoughts coming to them, when they start feeling,
Hmm.
I'm tired of this life. Even for you personally, I know you have gone through very hard times in your life. What are some of the tips you can give to people so that they can get out of that thing, where you feel you are inadequate? For me, I believe the first time, the minute you lose your self-worth and you feel worthless, then I believe that's when such thoughts start coming to you. So what's your advice,
Yes.
being somebody that has gone through so many hard things in life?
First of all, for me, I say always I thank God that because yes, I did go through a lot of a really, really hard time, but I thank God, and I will forever thank my God that suicidal mind never, suicidal whatever never came into my mind, not even at one day. Why? The reason as to why it never came, because for me, I was like, if I die now, what happens? What happens? In fact, it never came. When I flash back and think about the people who kill themselves, I asked myself, why should they do it? Because, for instance, if you're a mom or you're a dad or you're just a parent and you want to die, you're like, I've given up, I just want to die. Have you ever been thinking about those kids? Or if you think you need maybe to just end your life and that of your kids, it is not fair. I always say, for those maybe parents who maybe decide to take their own lives, well, it's not good. But if you have to, then first of all, just leave the kids out of this. Leave the kids.
Mhm.
Everybody has their own life, and everybody should decide if they want to live or die. Now, when you go killing the kids, you've taken too much, more than you can bear, because those kids, they didn't say they wanted to die. Number two,
So,
I don't think you're supposed to kill yourself. You're supposed to ask yourself, number one, when you're dying, there's one thing I think we were taught maybe when we are a little younger. People will kill themselves and maybe say a prayer before you kill yourself. But what is the end? What is the end of it? The end of it is the committing of the sin. So at the end of the
mm,
day, you've died a sinner. You get?
true.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter whether you prayed,
Yeah.
you don't die then pray. You get?
Mm,
You
yeah.
pray then you die. So at the end of the day, what is the end? It is a sin. So people should never, never, never at any time decide to kill themselves. There is so much to life, be it even if it's marital or something that has made you feel like, no, this one is the end of me. Imagine it's not.
Mm-hmm.
What I tell myself, before you got maybe to that person, you had your own life, and
Yeah.
just assume the person is dead. Will you also will you also die? Like, there's so much to live for. There's your children. If you don't have children, there is you. If you don't even want to live for you, they're your parents. Like there's too much. There's the society, they're your friends that love you, you know. And before you get to that, can you just pray? People have completely forgotten about God. Like you see a very big problem and say, oh my God, this is a big problem. And you say, oh my God, you're telling God the problem is big. I think you're supposed to say, you problem, my God is bigger than you.
True.
Pray. People just don't assume the word of God. Pray, just talk to your friends, talk to your relatives, those that you're close to, anyone you know that they can help you. Talk to your church,
Mhm.
just look for any help. Look for counselors, look for psychologists, look for psychiatrists if you have to, you look for counselors, just do as much as you can just to remain alive. you know do, you know God says, we were given the 10 commandments and we are told to obey our parents so that we can have long life in this
Yeah.
earth. If God knew that we needed long life, who are you to end your own life? Who are you to end someone else's life? You're not
Yeah.
supposed to. Life is too good, life is too sweet. Don't think that because something has happened to you, like you need to die. There is too, in fact, after this thing ends, because cry, tough times, just morning just comes at night, but joy comes in the morning. When
Mhm.
that phase is gone and you're in another level, you say,
Mm.
oh my God, why did I want to kill myself? But can you imagine if you're already dead? You ashame everybody, you ashame God who gave you life and you decided to take it. You ashame yourself. People will be like, is she crazy or is he people will be like, oh, your children, if you had children, they will hate you. Mama was a weakling, dad was a, why couldn't she fight for us? You see, like there's too much, there's just everything to just remain alive. Fight, 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 fight to remain alive. Fight to see tomorrow. It is possible. Yes.
Wow, that's very nice advice. Let's read some comments. Nicholas Kioko anasema this is a really good topic to discuss. I agree. It's something we should talk about more often in our homesteads, in our schools, in our circles. This is something we should always talk about. Eunice Wanjiko anasema I am in. Knowledge is power. That's why we are here, so that we can educate you guys. Uh, Michael Ndumbi anasema I am planning to commit suicide next week. Rose William, what do you have to
No,
say
that
to?
one is a joker. Michael Ndombi, he's a joker. He just wants to pull our legs. Somebody who wants to commit suicide will not even say. So, Michael, we are not even about to discuss about that.
And
Dare you die? We will come and whip you, and we make sure you're up. And then when you get alive, you get back to life, we beat you again. Yes. Mm,
uh-huh. I have nothing to say. Umeshaambiwa na Rose William. Death is not
yeah,
something to joke about. Remember
yes,
that you are
please.
on this earth with a purpose, and God has a plan for you. So do not take your life for granted. You didn't bring yourself to this earth, and I believe you shouldn't be the one to take yourself out of here. Philip Washira anasema very critical information. Asanteni Prime. Yeah, we are here guys to inform you. For me, Roswilliam, what I would advise anyone that is maybe feeling that maisha imefika mwisho, life has come to the point where I cannot, maybe it's money, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's just generally feeling unworthy. What I can tell them is that God loves them. uh, I want to agree with you when you say that God is everything in our lives, and even if you do not believe in God, I believe you should believe in a higher power, because how are we able to sleep and wake up in the morning? How are we able to
Mhm.
go about life if we do it for ourselves? Surely there must be a higher power than us. So believe in a higher power. It might be God, it might be what you believe in. Believe that your
Mhm.
life has a purpose, And if things really get worse to the point even you trying to console yourself, trying to pull yourself out of that hole is not working, seek help. Seek
Yes.
help. Talk to your friends, those that you feel like can be able to help you in such a situation. Talk to your elders, talk to your church leaders. And if hao watu wamekataa, Rose Williams, see they can call you.
Yes, so yes, so they can call me. They can call me.
Yes,
I have been
call
through
them.
a lot, and here I am very strong, and moving on. And I'm not
Yes,
about to give up.
true
Yes.
that. And Rose William ukiona unapiga simu maybe anakwambia text me because that's her rule. Call me, Charity Jones, and I promise you I will find a way to help you. Life is very precious. Do not take your own life. If it's money comes and goes. Ama ni aje Rose William.
Kabisa. Kabisa. There
Vile-
was a time I was bawling. Oh my God. And then who flipped from up there to down there. But guess what? I didn't give up. I'm never
Uh-huh.
look back. Yeah, it's like the way you just cut a big tree. You cut a tree, it falls, and then
Uh-huh.
the person that has cut the tree will go home shouting, "Yes, yes, yes, I cut that tree." But
Mm,
guess what? After a few days, a
mm,
shoot comes up. You get?
kabisa. You see, that's the beauty of life. When you feel like you're down, who knows, the next thing that's
Yes.
going to happen is going to propel you to even higher and higher heights. So guys, today
Oh
imagine
yeah.
we have just come to tell you that you're loved, and try to look for information. Me and Rose William will be coming here once in a while, talk about some of these topics that we don't talk about in our society. Try to inform you, to tell you what is happening. Na usikae kwa giza, please. Information is power, just like Eunice
Oh
has
yes.
told us. Rose William, I would like to ask you a very, very sensitive question. You said
Yes.
that for you personally, you have never gotten to a point that you felt like losing hope.
No, losing hope I have. I said I have not gotten to some point that I felt like I need to take my own life.
But for you, do you have anybody maybe in your circles that maybe came to you or you heard of, they have taken their life, and you felt that you, as Rose William, you could have done something to help?
Unfortunately, or rather, fortunately, not in my close circle, but people
Uh-huh.
have called me
Mm-hmm.
since I came into the limelight. There's so many people that called me, mostly women, and they told
Yes.
me I wanted to commit suicide. You know,
Uh-huh.
and some such a thing really gets you off guard. For me, it
Yes.
always gets me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because it has never crossed my mind to do the same for me. Maybe because
Mm-hmm.
if I ever felt like I needed to commit suicide, maybe, and someone tells me I felt like it would not be getting me such off guard. But I thank God, because by the time someone is telling you I felt like I need to commit suicide, it means they are talking to you, so they have not committed suicide yet, and you have a chance to
Mm-hmm.
talk to them and encourage them. I have had
Yes.
quite a few women,
Mm-hmm.
almost
Mm-hmm.
4 to 5 women, who have told me the same. Very,
Uh-huh.
yes, very many people have told me like they want to give up on marriage, they want to do this, they want to do that. But there has been like around 4 to 5 that has told me they felt like at one time they needed to take their own life and take life of their kids. And I
Mm-hmm.
thank God, because when God sends you such a person to speak to, it only means that He has given you a word for them. It might not be a lot, but you might just tell them something and it will change their life around. And I thank God, because those that have come through me, God has been really gracious and faithful.
Mm-hmm.
He has given me a word to talk to
Mm-hmm.
them.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we ended our story, which made us even become friends up until today. And I thank
Mm-hmm.
God, because I will reach them, will know about how they have been. They will also reach me. And when I see such a phone call, I say, wow, I thank God she's
Yes.
pressing on, she's
Yes.
pressing. And by the way, there is even a man. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Out of those,
Mm-hmm.
there is even one man who also felt like the wife did him so bad and he felt like he need to take his own life. But
Mm-hmm.
God gave me a word for him, and I thank
Mm-hmm.
God he is still alive today. You get?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's nothing that I would have done for them because I never knew them. But
Mm-hmm.
at least for now, now that I know them, I can be
Mm-hmm.
talking to them, encouraging them, you know. And if somebody, maybe they, someone will even call you and tell you, I don't have supper tonight. Can
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
imagine? Somebody will tell you that. And for
Yeah.
sure, when you do your own research, you'll find it is the
It's
truth,
true.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yes.
God will not send such a person to you if he knows that you don't even have 100 shillings to offer.
Right.
Yes. So I thank God in my very inner circle, there has not been. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe even if there's somebody who killed themselves, because yes, I have a family member, a cousin, fact distance cousin that killed themselves. It's unfortunate because there's nothing I would have done for them because I didn't know until it happened. And of course, they were older, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe I wouldn't even know what to tell them because by that time I was very young.
All
So
right.
yes.
That's
Mm.
that's how personal you have gotten to maybe suicide case. For me, just
Yes.
I think that 2 months are not over. A very, very young, I would call him a relative because I don't know the specifics. He's from where I'm married. A very young guy,
Mm-hmm.
a very young boy. He was around, I
Mm.
don't think that alikuwa amefikisha 14 years. He killed himself, imagine. A
Why?
child
What?
under
Did he leave
18.
any mess?
All
What?
he had sung about how he'll kill himself for a very, very long time, actually. He was telling his mom, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. Me, I'm tired with this life. And African homes, I don't blame the mom. I don't blame anyone. But even right now, Rosuliam, if your daughter comes to tell you that, God forbid, the first thing you'll think of is to pinch her and be like, this is just you being trying to become a wayward child. But we don't actually
Mm.
know how to go about it, which is to take that person for counseling. So
Yes.
he killed
Yes.
himself. He hanged himself on a tree. His mom looked for him the whole night. He was nowhere to be found. He was found the next day hanging on a tree. Imagine. He was
Oh
barely
my
14
God.
years, a child. It was so sad.
So
So
all
that
this
is
time that he
how,
was telling the mom that he wants to kill himself, what did the mom do?
you know, there was even a time alipatikana na dawa. I don't know how I mean, I'm not from Oshago, so I don't know well. The one that you give a cow. I don't know what it's called. I
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
believe that those chemicals for cows and the maintenance of a
Yes.
cow, one of them. So
Mm-hmm,
he drank,
mm-hmm,
he wanted to drink it, and the mom caught him and she bet him and she told him, actually, now I will not even stand here and start watching over you not to take it. Take it. If you want to die, die. The African way. That is what we
oh my
do.
God.
That is what we do.
Mm.
So she was like, if you want to die, you will actually die, my friend. You will die. So he had said that a couple of times. And he borrowed a rope from the uncle. Imagine, he went and he killed himself. My
Ay,
husband, now because he's part of them, was called and he's told, do you know Nani? He killed himself. It's like, huh? A child, how can a child just kill himself like that?
what could be the reason really for a child
He
to,
was
maybe
depressed.
is it neglect, maybe thinking maybe no one is listening to him,
I
you
believe
know
he was just depressed because he had other issues, but I believe that could have been the reason. Unajua, family has a lot of things, and Rose William, let's be honest, there is no one that comes from a perfect home.
nobody is.
Every home has its own baggage. If you have money,
Mm-hmm,
maybe there is no happiness. If you have happiness, there is no money. If you have a good
mm-hmm,
mom, your dad has a problem. If your dad is
mm-hmm,
perfect, your mom always shouts at you. There is always a
mm-hmm.
problem. So I
Yes.
believe it's just learning how to bring up our kids to become strong emotionally and to know that they are loved regardless of anything. This is a
Yes,
very, very sensitive topic, actually. Very, very, very sensitive.
it
And
is.
people, if you have any problem, this was my main aim for this life. If you have any problem and you feel even in your circles there is nobody to talk to, call Rose William, inbox her. I know for sure she's going to get back to you. Inbox me. Me, I give my
Yes.
number every
Yes.
time. 0794 099 354. Just call me. Tell me things are bad. This and this is happening. I might give you a word of encouragement. I might even go further and help you in another way. So, guys, do not die with your problems. As the Prime team
Yes,
and
please.
as William Kelly, we are here, guys, for you. Ama
Mm-hmm.
namna gani?
True. Kabisa.
Ah, wow.
Kabisa.
This is deep. And you are not even to go for all these minutes. Tulikuwa tumesema tutamaliza haraka haraka. But guys, this is a very, very sensitive topic. And if you have any questions, today we are not going to answer any questions. We are just giving our 2 cents on the whole issue. Send your questions. Me and Rose William will be back here again so that we can talk to you more
Yes.
about this whole topic. Let me read this comment, ndo nisichapwe after this, before you give us your final remarks. Short and
All right.
sweet. A short and sweet
All right.
discussion. And Ngugi
Yes.
anasema Kenyans should start being each other's keepers. I agree 100%.
Kabisa.
Rosilia, what's your parting shot?
Mm. My parting shot, first of all, is to thank God for life. Every day when you wake up in the morning, don't
Yes,
just hit your duvet running out. You know,
yes,
thank God
yes,
because there are many people who slept like you did and they never woke up. So
true.
the first thing every morning is to give thanks to God. Number two
Yes.
is to dedicate your day to God because,
Mhm.
like for instance, like today I have gone to town and I came back. There are people who went and they never came back. They got in an
Mhm.
accident. Others just got their own, I don't know, many things. So every day, thank God for life. You know, dedicate your day from since just morning, just dedicate your whole day. Tell God, wherever I go, be with me.
Amen.
Whomever I meet,
Yes,
let them just be gracious to me. You know,
yes,
because you will meet so many people along the way. Some will not love you,
yes,
some will not want good things for you, and of
true.
course, most will be wishing you the best. You know, so
Yeah.
number two, in case you have any problem, don't
Mhm.
keep quiet. I'd rather you say, I tried than I was scared. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
you might be going through an issue. And if you don't say, how will someone know? You know,
Yeah.
how will someone
Mhm.
know? Just
Yeah.
talk your issues. Even men, let me address men because men have this tendency of pretending like everything is okay.
Yeah.
When you become vulnerable, it doesn't mean that you are weak. It doesn't
Mhm.
mean you're weak at any
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Speak to your men friends. If you feel like speaking to a lady, maybe speak to somebody. Speak to somebody. That somebody may not help you, but they might know somebody who might help you.
Mhm.
Speak it
True.
out. Don't keep quiet. Speak, pray, dedicate your life and that of your family, of course, and your friends, and just the whole everyone in general, you know.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then after, like every day when the day ends, remember to give thanks. Don't just come home and say, oh, phew, what a good day. Hey, today I have sold all my stock. I feel so good. Or today, if thank God. Thank God for, just the way in the morning you dedicated your day, at night remember to give thanks,
Yes.
and God will see, wow, this my child really acknowledges me, and so blessings will follow you over and over again. So guys, thank you so much. May God bless all of you. Thank
Mhm.
you, my dear Charity Jones, for inviting me. It has been a pleasure.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, and I hope to be here once again. It's I feel so much welcome.
Definitely, definitely, you are going to be back. So, guys, remember to run kule kwenye Rose William KE and subscribe to her channel. This positivity that she's giving us, hata pale kwa channel yake imejaa hivi positivity hivi imejaa kabisa.
Oh yes,
So thank you, Rose William.
thank you, thank you.
So, guys, and we have to come to an end of this live. But today we are just going to speak to you guys all about the importance of knowing that the suicidal cases in our society, it's not a taboo, it's just a disease. Those people are sick mentally and they just need our help. Just before you conclude, let me read this. Uh, read this message from Monica Kerange. Anasema, this is very helpful, especially during these difficult times. Times are hard, but God is in control. Amen. God is truly in control, guys. And we are going to be here with so much positivity. Me and all my amazing guests, Rose William, and even others that just want to share their stories, share their experiences, so that all of us can stay in a positive environment, a positive mindset. Remember, this is the Kenyan Prime TV. Remember to subscribe. Remember to comment. Remember to like and share. Share. Guys, we love you. Kwaherini for now, but you're going to be back with more and more amazing stories. Goodbye, guys, for now. Goodbye.